Hi, I'm Lexie McClymont and I'm here with Alessio Scalisi. We're with Agriculture Victoria and working on the PIPS 4 projects. Last season we did an experiment in a pear orchard using cartographer to look at the effects of leaf blowing on colour.
So we used cartographer in different blocks, and what we tried to do is determine that spatial variability of color development index, so the color development of pears and the blush coverage as well. And based on that, then we also decided to apply different leaf blowing treatments that to measure the effects on color development over the rest of the season. So what were the effects, Lex?
Yeah, so we did a few different treatments with early and late applications of leaf blowing, which is quite different to what you'd normally do in apples. Apples get blown towards the end of the season when they're going to develop colour, whereas pears have that red colour right through the season. So we were particularly interested to see what would happen if we did an early application of leaf blowing. So we did that in November. We found whether we did it early or late, it was Rico, which is harvested in late Feb usually, or early March. We found it didn't make much of a difference to the colour development. It improved versus the control, but those treatments had a similar effect. What did increase colour development even more was doing it early and late. And in terms of how effective that colour enhancement is as well, when you get a really dense canopy, we're finding we weren't getting as much of a colour improvement, which is quite logical, but it means that in those situations where your canopy is quite dense, you need to be thinking about alternative or additional options to improve colour. And also there were some spatial differences too, weren't there, with the density of the canopy?
Yeah, so there is a reduction of density, canopy density and leaf area, of course, after the leaf blowing. We've quantified that, and yeah, so there is an expected, reduction of reserves that go back to the trees, and ideally in a long-term study on leaf blowing, you also want to test on the effects of nutrients on the trees. Next step will be to determine the profitability and the cost effectiveness of the different treatments, and we'll do that in the next few years as the project reaches its end in 2028.